Hey there friends, thank you so much for joining me, spending your time here talking about Lucid. So obviously if you clicked on this video, you know about Lucid. We're not going to go into an in-depth history of what Lucid is and when they started and all that. We're going to talk about now and the future with what we're seeing with the whole situation. So I don't talk about EV companies a whole lot more. I haven't as of lately. When I first started this channel, I talked about EV companies nonstop because 2 years ago, EV companies were a very big thing. They still are, but they're bigger now for different reasons. So obviously right now, Elon Musk has even said this, that, one of the big things that the EV market is facing right now is finding bigger and better batteries. And that's when gold and silver really come into play. And I know a lot of my colleagues, even me, have been buying gold stocks, have been buying stocks that deal with gold, silver, mining companies, so to speak. I've talked about BT Gold quite a bit here in the past, and that's one company that I like to buy shares with. But talking about Lucid, when we look at the 6-month chart here with Lucid, obviously a lot of things have changed in 6 months here. But like everything else, Lucid is kind of going down. Now, there's about 4 EV companies that I always tell people to look at. Obviously Tesla #1, Lucid, Rivian, and then obviously NIO. I don't think anybody's saying that the EV market is not going to work. Obviously, the EV market is here to stay. It's going to keep getting bigger. It's going to keep taking over. I don't know that anybody's really going to disagree with that when we're talking about the longevity of, the future. Now, talking about, this whole green initiative bill that Biden is trying to push and pass, where everyone needs an electric car tomorrow, I don't think that's the reality right now. I think the reality is right now is that this is a slow process of people buying electric cars to where they can afford them. And obviously Lucid is not a cheap car. They're one of the most expensive and luxurious EV companies out there right now. The CEO, Peter, just said this: soaring nickel prices after Russia invaded Ukraine. I think it would be absolutely foolish of me to say we're never going to raise our prices. What we want to do is honor and keep our commitments to existing reservation holders. And what he was talking about, Rivian released a statement, people that were waiting on vehicles that had already paid. Well, Rivian came out and said, well, guys, we're going to need a little bit more money. And that has really PO'd quite a bit of people. That's one other reason that Rivian stock has taken a little bit of a plummet. They have taken some heat from customers and shareholders. Now, the interesting situation about this is going to be, who's going to be the #2 EV maker? And man, I have been releasing videos on this, and I don't know who's aware of this or who's caught it, but obviously, if you talk to President Biden, he is a strong believer that Ford and GM are the #1 EV maker in all of the world. I don't know where he's getting these stats. Even Elon has come out and said, what are you talking about? But obviously, Ford and GM are doing amazing things in the sector. They really are. They're making great vehicles. But I don't think it's any secret that there is some strong competition right behind Tesla. Not that they're going to beat out Tesla any soon, even talking about Lucid here. But Lucid is going to be a top competitor in the future, X amount of time here, with Tesla, no doubt. And a lot of these other EV makers. There's what, 10, 15, 20 electric vehicle makers right now. So friends, really what I'm saying here, I have people ask me every now and then, why don't I talk about EV stocks more than I do? The one reason I don't is because the market is so overflooded with them. I have my Tesla shares. I'm happy with them. I have Lucid shares. I was buying Lucid before Lucid even became Lucid. But I will say this, and I will be honest, I'm very bullish on Lucid. And honestly, I think this $25 mark that you're seeing right now, if you can buy Lucid at a $20 to $25, even a little more than $25, I think that's totally fine, because in the next 5 to 10 years, as long as there's not a nuclear holocaust, Lucid is going to continue to expand and take over this. They're in this little bit of a different niche right now with the EV market. You know, we have Tesla, who makes your right now our bread and butter electric cars. They're nice, they're cool, but we're seeing this new kind of development right now in the EV market. We're seeing this luxurious car of an EV come out here, this EV luxurious car, however you want to say that there. And that's where Lucid comes in. Lucid is a very smooth looking, beautiful car, and that's why the price tag on those are so intense. Not to mention, all of these EV makers are fighting for the best battery technology out there. You know, Tesla just switched over to who they're buying their batteries. You know, even Tesla just switched over from who they're buying their batteries from as of late. And that's going to continue to happen. That's one thing that we're always going to see, is that there's going to be bigger and better every year battery technology. There has to be. There's such a demand and fight for it right now. But friends, when it comes to EV companies, if you're really wondering what I think about this, I think Lucid Motors is a definitely guarantee. If you're willing to put your money in it and just let it ride, just let it ride. This is not something that there's going to be some kind of Reddit community spike up. It's not going to be a meme stock. It's not going to be a, man, this is going to go from 25 to 100. It's just going to be a nice, slow climb until the world maybe comes back to normal, until the market becomes better. You know, who knows what time frame this could be here. And we could even see Lucid take a little more of a hit here. You know, the general market could take more of a hit. It's just really going to depend on what's going on in the world. No one's calling the stock market right now. So if you're listening to anybody right now telling you they know what's going to happen in the market, I would be very suspicious of that person. I'm going to be very honest. But friends, if you're new to stocks, you're new to the market, and you're looking for an EV stock, you're new to EVs in general, I know Lucid is a little expensive, but I would be willing to bet that this is going to be something very expensive in the near future, even triple digits in the near future, if this company continues to do what they say they're going to do, and they continue to get more and more popular. Friends, with all that said, I really do wish all of you the best of luck, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Friends, I will talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone.